One of the common questions that comes up is, what is the difference between a code and a standard? In the fire protection business, we often refer to a standard as an accepted engineering practice, meaning a document that gives guidance that tells you how to install something. And the clarity on the standard is the standard doesn't usually determine when, for example, a fire alarm or a sprinkler system goes in a building. And there's a relationship. For example, if you go into the International Building Code, in our case in the state of Ohio where I work, you have in the back of the Ohio Building Code, which is a fundamental derivative of the International Building Code, we use the 2015 edition as the base document, there are a list of standards that are adopted by reference, as we call it. What that means is if you go into the building code in Article 9, for example, that's where all the fire protection requirements are. So if you go in and determine that a particular building, for example, an S1 storage building has to have a sprinkler, the building code says if it's more than, for example, 12,000 square foot in fire area. Now, it isn't going to give you a whole lot of details in the building code of how that sprinkler system should be put in. You're going to have to go through the adoption by reference thing, and it'll lock you into a particular standard. For example, in Ohio, we reference NFPA 13, the 2016 edition. For the life of that code, until the state of Ohio updates it, we enforce the 2016 edition of NFPA 13. So a code has force of law. It has some legislative body that allows it to be a rule, whether that be by your state minimum building code or a local building code, but some agency that has rule adopting authority, either granted to them by the legislature, council, or whatever, has to adopt the code. And so the code will be the document that says when something has to be installed. The standard will then tell you how to install it.